Every time I sit in front of my charts and my computer, I do analysis. I look at the markets and I think, why did the market or the price behave in such way? For example, one of my favorite instruments is the NAS 100, the NASDAQ. And in the past, it had a bounce from, as you see, the top of the channel on the downchain channel. And I'm sure we had also a Fibonacci retracement, as you see, somewhere nicely. But the retracement, the downtrend did not continue. At one point, the downtrend came back, was a huge move. I remember that, and then continued and broke the previous high again. So we are still within this level. See, within this leg. So we still have not, we're not able to break this high. But what's next? What are we looking at? For me, I would look at Fibonacci, of course. Usually I do that. But if I look at it from here, we exceeded the safety zone of at least 78% retracement. This is the last point of defense. And you notice this is a weekly chart. 3 weeks ago, it actually bounced from that nicely. Now we broke it. The next, we always look at the previous high, which is also valid. And now there's a chance that, the NASDAQ could go, or the NAS 100 could go up to this price before coming back down. So we mark it. And logically, if the NASDAQ wants to go up to that level, logically I would look for a possible support for me to trade a long. Again, what we do, we go back to a smaller chart, 360 minute. That's fine. I use 2 hours or an hourly as well. And look, it's trying to see how in the shorter term we have an uptrend. On the hourly, we also have an uptrend, as you notice. So on the hourly, if you plot your Fibonacci from the bottom wave, the last point of down, to the top of the wave, you can eyeball or estimate the 62% retracement, which is right here. Maybe we can see the NASDAQ coming back down to this price. And if you look at it from the NASDAQ future side, it is of course the price is different, but the same instrument. It's this price, 130.20, this area, give or take. See this area. On the NAS 100 side, which is the CFD, it's 129.40 level. So now we have an estimate or an anticipated level. Again, we look at anticipation, confirm, and execute. So as an anticipation analysis, we look at an arrow, and we maybe look at this area to bring it back up all the way to the price that we have in mind, right? And if you look at it carefully, this price that we have in mind is very close to an extension. Maybe you don't see it because it's white. It's an extension on the Fibonacci 2. So all these things make sense, but this is not trading yet. This is anticipation. This is analysis. Okay? And what happened is that the market came back down to the exact price that I was aiming for. Exact price I was aiming for. And coincidentally, it happened that the price touched it at 10:30, which is the reversal time, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, which is a very good time for reversals. You see this? So patience is key, of course, and confirmation was made by this line here, the volume profile, the way that the market behaved when it touched the bottom. You see this, the poke. So you get the idea. Patience. We've been looking at this bottom, at this touch, for an hour or so. So being patient pays off. The hesitation in the market could basically kill the trade. psychologically. But if you took enough profits, if you took 10, 20, 30 points, look at the beautiful move, and you have a stop loss at the bottom, then you could basically leave the runner. Psychologically, you are comfortable that you took enough profits. Yes, it might come back down and test this line, but if you took enough profits, even if the runner gets stopped out, managing the trade is important, then you should be okay. So psychologically, you should be able to keep the runner, especially if you're trading an instrument that does not expire or roll over, such as a CFD. As you noticed, we had a great move from starting 10:30 reversal time. 80 points so far move, not bad. Got a retracement, but holding this runner is not tough because psychologically you're secured. You made enough profit even if the runner gets stopped out. Looking at the Nasdaq, same thing. Nasdaq futures from 10:30, as you see, this is 10:30 a.m. As you noticed, this is the 10:30 a.m. and the move was 80 points from 300 level or 3000 here to 3000, actually on 100 points from bottom to top that moved so far.